Essie woke up this morning feeling feverish, dizzy, nauseous. She's been feeling this way for the past 3 days. And she keeps asking herself, is she pregnant? Could these be signs of pregnancy? Most of us ladies go through what Essie is going through. So on today's episode of Mom Diaries, we're talking about symptoms of pregnancy and how to get tested. I'm Fowa, your host, and I promise you that by the end of the show, you'll be educated on the symptoms of pregnancy, and it's going to be so much fun. Welcome to the Mom Diary Show. The Mom Diary Show is a show designed to educate and enlighten us on the journey of motherhood. The challenges, struggles, and the legal rights of mothers aren't left out. As I said earlier, on today's episode, we are talking about symptoms of pregnancy and how to get tested. And to educate us on this, we have our lovely, gorgeous lady here. She said, "No, who of Frankasa." When I met her, when I'm saying, "Yakupon, we share down when you buy way." So share that bottle, no boss born and Kasa who found one fit. See, let me introduce you to our guest, Miss Rita. She is Miss Rita Sapon, a midwife. She's an expert in this field. You're welcome to Mom Diary Show.
Thank you, dear. You're looking good.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you for bringing me to your show. In pregnancy. So some symptoms are frequent urination. You urinate frequently. That is it because due to hormones that are working. Hormones, we have progesterone and estrogen hormones that are working. And due to them, we have, you see the uterus, the bladder is found in front of the uterus.
Alright.
Okay. So as you see when pregnancy begins, the uterus begins to extend. So it presses on the bladder. So as it presses on the bladder, it will make the content of the bladder release itself fast. The next symptom you experience is spotting. Spotting means that little bleeding. It's like you feel little blood in your panties or your liners. Okay. This is not, no, it's not menstrual flow. Some people mistaking it for menstrual flow, but actually it's not menstrual flow.
Oh, okay. Because you keep hearing people saying, sorry to interrupt, but you keep hearing people saying, so, when I was pregnant, I was menstruating. I experienced that.
Oh, okay.
Yes, during my first three semester, no, can I say trimester? No, thank you. Where did you more than I experienced that? So I thought it was menses. Really, it's not menstruation.
It's not menses.
Oh, okay.
Most of us mistaking it for menstruation, but it is not. We're mistaking it as to be menstrual fluid, but it's not. And most of the times, it is lighter than the menstrual fluid, as in light red, bright red than the menstrual fluid. The menstrual fluid is a little bit darker than the spotting. And with the spotting, it is due to the extension of the lining of the uterus. You see that we have some lining in the uterus, okay? And as, let's say this is the lining of the uterus, and as the fetus is embedded on the uterus, you see it is trying to develop and adjust, so it is putting some little pressures on the lining. When the fetus is embedded in the uterus, it begins to pull the lining. It puts a little pressure on the lining of the uterus. Okay, so this, as the uterus is being compressed and is being like pressured, it releases some little amount of blood, and this comes out through our vagina, and there's the spotting that we experience.
So spotting, it's not menstruation.
No. Okay. Then we have fatigue. As in you feel weakness. Let's say when you do something small within the day, let's say you sew, you are a seamstress, you knew that before you got pregnant, you were able to work for hours, but within the range of some time, when you work for a little hours, like 2 hours, then you feel tired, you feel restless and things. That's the fatigue. So it's pregnancy which causes that.
Oh, okay.
It's not solely pregnancy, but it's one of the symptoms.
All right.
Because there are other conditions too that can cause fatigue. Okay. But one of the symptoms of pregnancy too is fatigue. That means you feel restlessness. Maybe you've managed to sleep for 8 hours within the night, but within the day too, you feel unrelaxed. You feel like you are tired, you are stressed, and stuff. It's the symptom of pregnancy that is doing that. Yes, that's causing it. Then we come to nausea and vomiting.
Okay.
Nausea and vomiting, and the vomiting is due to the cardiac sphincter in the stomach. It's the relaxation of it. The cardiac sphincter in the stomach relaxes. So as it relaxes, it begins to, there's reflux of the contents of the stomach. That is the let's say you've eaten. The contents of the stomach, because of it has to close. The sphincter has to close. But because the hormones of pregnancy are visible or are active, they open or enlarge it a little. Therefore, the contents of the stomach begin to flow back.
Oh, okay.
It flows back. So it causes you to vomit. Okay. I hope you get me.
I understand. I'm listening.
And the nausea too, this is where maybe you feel, let's say, nauseating. I don't know how to explain it.
So, Bubafuno.
Yes.
Hey.
Nauseating. Maybe and sometimes too, when you hear some scents that maybe you like, it may be scents of a food or something, you begin to say, it smells, or you hear it differently. That's all cause. There's a cause of the pregnancy that's acting that way. Okay, the next symptoms is cravings. That is, you begin to feel appetite for things for food, like excess appetite. Your appetite is more as compared to when you weren't pregnant.
Oh, okay.
So you crave for little things. Let's say in due time, your eating intervals begins to become less. That is, maybe every 2 hours you begin to crave for something to eat.
All right.
Every 2 hours you begin to crave for something to eat. That is also a symptom. Okay. And another symptom too is the tenderness of the breast. Tenderness and soreness of the breast.
Tenderness and soreness of the breast. Okay.
So it's also due to the hormones. Okay, that's within the body, that's working during pregnancy, the estrogen and the progesterone hormones. So with this one too, you feel it also happens in menstrual flow, like before menstruation. It's one of the symptoms of menstruation. So sometimes we can mistaken it for that, but most of the times when you get this symptom too, it could be that you are pregnant. That one, you feel heaviness in your breasts.
All right.
And sometimes, and with this one, it lasts longer than that. The symptom of the menstrual flow.
And then this is what tricked me when I was pregnant, because when I'm about to have my menses, this is one of the signs I get. I get this tenderness in my breast. So in my first trimester, hey, my brother, tell me can't try no so trimester no, I had this heaviness. So I don't even think say it's a symptom of pregnancy. Me the minimum say my normal menses, and I sports we can, So I saw this and I was like,
yes.
I didn't even think that it's pregnancy.
You can mistaken it for symptoms of pregnancy.
So once our
premenstrual syndromes,
once our breast starts getting swollen
and you see there's the areola, that's the dark area around the nipple. It enlarges and it becomes very dark.
Okay.
It enlarges and becomes very dark. It's also the hormonal changes.
Okay.
So as the breast has become tender, you also notice that the area around the areola is very dark and enlarged, and sometimes there is sore, a little sore on your nipple.
The area around the nipple.
Yes.
They say no for nano, nipple nano. A honey tuntum.
What's a nipple? The nipple, we have some dark round area before the nipple. Yes, that is the areola. That's where it enlarges. That aye tuntum and becomes darker.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's another symptom.
Yes.
Okay. So the next symptom too, we have mood swings. So with the mood swings, sometimes we say that, hey, girlie, as she got pregnant, it's like she has changed, she's moody and stuff. It's due to the hormones. You see the changes, the body is beginning to adjust to changes that comes with pregnancy. So as a lady, that's what you experience. Even sometimes before our menses, we experience those mood swings. Yes, we experience them. So this same symptoms applies to pregnancy. Okay, it's one of the symptoms, mood swings. So you begin to be moody even at a little thing someone does, you get annoyed. The things that maybe you took it normal at first, when you get pregnant, sometimes you get annoyed at little things that somebody does, and that's due to hormonal changes. Okay. Another symptom is salivation, frequent salivation, or you begin to throw out or bring out saliva more often. As the hormones, then your salivary glands begin to produce much saliva due to the hormones that are working. So the glands in your salivary glands, they begin to produce more of the saliva. So you notice that when you are pregnant, you've been pregnant before.
Yeah.
Okay. You notice that when you are pregnant, you throw out more often.
Oh, but me,
you didn't experience.
I didn't experience the salivation.
Okay, you see, as I said, the symptoms varies from person to person.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So someone might experience that, and you might not experience that. So that's one of the symptoms. And another symptom is you begin to have vaginal discharges.
Okay.
It's called leukorrhea.
Sister.
Leukorrhea. This is increase in vaginal discharge. You see, most of the time, ladies, we have normal vaginal discharges, but with this one, it increases, and it's due to a gonadotropin hormone.
Hey,
that is
another big word.
Gonadotropin hormone. That is acting on the vagina to produce more fluid. So with pregnancy, it's normal to have vaginal discharges, but the discharge shouldn't be itchy.
Okay.
It should be a normal discharge, because in pregnancy you can have infections. So when you feel the color is yellowish or greenish and you are having itchiness, you have to see a doctor or a gynecologist. So
the discharge here should
be a normal white discharge. Color.
Shouldn't feel itchy.
No.
No.
It's normal, just that it's more. The discharge is more. Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
And we have another symptom too is abdominal cramps.
Similar to menses.
Menses. You see, with this one, with the cramps, you experience it with menses, but with this one, the cramps is not too severe as in menses. It's just little cramps that you feel, because the lining of the uterus is trying to pull out and adjust to the fetus, the growing or the developing fetus. So as the development is happening, you feel cramps, little cramps. So that is it.
The symptoms they are not doing, and the way I can see, and was a me who come the bottle, come me bebo, but me who I can't mention them. Hey, this was big was, Sunny.
No,
I can't mention them. I won't even stress myself in mentioning it today. Not expect me to mention it because I won't mention. So is it every lady? Is it a must? Say once I feel certain symptoms, I must miss my period, so that I would know, say, this one is, I'm pregnant.
As I said, it's not mainly missing your period that makes you pregnant, because sometimes there are certain things that makes you miss your period, like certain conditions, as in change in environment can even make you miss your period.
Okay.
So you can't consider that as being pregnant. Some drugs can make you miss your period. Some medications can make you miss your periods. Maybe diets. Some diets can,
really?
Yes, when you're not eating well.
I have to start checking my diet.
So you have to eat well. It also boosts your menstrual flow.
Okay.
So sometimes when you are not eating well too, it can also prevent you from menstruating. You have to check your diet, because when you are not eating well, it can prevent you from menstruation.
Okay.
From menstruating, sorry. It can prevent you from menstruating. So you also have to check your diet. So you missing your period due to these circumstances doesn't mean that you are pregnant. Maybe sometimes you could be having the fatigue feeling, you could be having dizziness, you could be having slight headaches, and you would miss your period, and you would think that, oh, I'm pregnant, but it's not solely a basic sign to say that 100% I'm pregnant because I've missed my menses and I'm getting the symptoms.
Okay.
Right. So that is it. I hope I've answered your question.
Oh, very, very, very well. Beyond expectation. So, my dear expectant mothers, my dear ladies like myself, as she said, if you miss your period, it doesn't mean that you are pregnant. And yet, a must say, "Oh, miss your period, yeah, now on you." Share certain reasons be share when I hear on ye be another would know, and in tina, I miss your period, and answer to say environment be, maybe now say, a jengano, so it's not casual. There be a change of side environment, no, ne, and no more cajon. To be to me so pregnant, and you must say you may see a period, yenyim there be. You understand? And you must. So, Miss Rita.
Yes.
About getting tested. Yes, this is a major problem for some of us ladies. When we get some of these symptoms, we want to test to see that we are pregnant or not.
Pregnant.
Yes. So we go to the pharmacy, like shops, we get the pregnancy test tubes, we come home, and a big headache comes. When is the right time to test? Is it morning, afternoon, evening? You hear some saying, oh wait, late the night, then you do it. Some will say, oh wait, in the afternoon. Somebody will tell you, no, don't eat the whole day. Drink water.
Hey.
After that, of course, you hear a lot of stuff. So when is the right time to check, like to test whether you are pregnant or not?
Okay. The right time, I can't actually say in the morning between 7, 8, in the afternoon between this, but the right time to check whether you are to check that you are pregnant and you get the accurate results is when you after 1 week to your due menses.
Okay.
After 1 week, maybe you're expecting your menses within this week. After this week, you should check it within the following week.
So if I get you right, I'm supposed to have my menses on the 13th, and I've not seen it, I've not experienced it. So let's say I should wait till maybe 20th
or even 15th.
15th. 2 days after.
15, 16. That's
from
okay. That, you check it. So that will give you accurate results. But sometimes too, you can check it 5 days before your expected menstrual period. Do you understand? But that one is just 60 to 70% accuracy. That one gives you just 60 to 70% accuracy. So that one you can't be too sure about that. You can also check it the due date of your menses, that is the day that you expect your menses to come. That one to give you 90% assurance, like accuracy is 90%.
Okay.
The accuracy of you checking it on the day of your menses is 90%. And you can also check it after a week. That one will give you 100%, like 90, let me say 99% accuracy. So when you check it 1 week after your due date of menses and it's positive, that means it is. When it's negative, that means it is.
Okay.
Because you can check it 5 days before your menses and you get it to be negative. You would think that, oh, then I'm not pregnant. Meanwhile, too, you are pregnant.
Yes.
So the accurate time is so the accurate time is you to check it 1 week after, as in your due date of menses.
So 1 week after your due date of menses is the right time to check whether you are pregnant or not. That is when you are feeling or having the symptoms now. Yes, whilst you my menses are mine to me. And I'm a can. As I said earlier, there are several reasons why you might miss your menses.
And let me chip in.
Okay.
And sometimes too, when you've used this test strips and you are not even still sure that you are pregnant or not, you can go to the hospital. They will take your blood sample.
Okay.
And we have this hormone HCG, human chorionic gonadotropin. When you are pregnant, this hormones increases in your blood and your urine. So when you go to the lab, they will take your sample and check, and it can give you the accurate menses.
Okay.
Like
so
accurate.
When you are not okay with the result you have, wait your test tube. I know some might be asking what's the test tube is.
Yes.
Wait. Just wait. Just Tobo. We'll show you what a test tube here today. And never in Kunya. Yes. So you're not okay with the result the test tube is giving you. She's saying you need to go to the hospital.
Or even any laboratory setup, any laboratory setup around, because we have some laboratory setups around which are not mainly in hospitals.
Oh, okay.
So you can even pass by.
Okay. Thanks for the correction. So aside the hospital, any laboratory lab, the idea you walk in. Okay, I'll say, me feel say so I'm coming to have a pregnancy test. And they will do it for you. And tenacity. Symptoms seen in an answer to her on check it. So when you move a train 3 months, 4 months, nothing, na Simon.
And some people do not experience any symptoms at all till some months of pregnancy, even till 30 weeks, that's 7 months, 8 months. They wouldn't experience any symptom.
I don't like that. As I said earlier in the beginning, today's topic is about symptoms of pregnancy and how to get tested. So our midwife here, Ms. Rita, will take us through how to get tested, how to test for pregnancy in the house, in the home. Yeah. So Ms. Rita, over to you.
Okay. So as our sister said, we can check it in our various homes by getting test strips from the pharmacy. And we have a test strip here. That is urine test strip. And we have urine. And with this one, you can't use blood. It's just the urine that you have to use to test. And with this, when you are pregnant, the lines are 2. You get double lines. Okay, so let me start with the demonstration. Okay, so it comes like this. This is the test strip, and this is a tube that you use to collect or pick the urine. And this is where you have to place the urine. This part, you place the urine here, and when it's positive, you see two red dotted lines here. And when it's negative, you see just one line on this surface. And the line is red. It can be, when it's double, when you're pregnant, the lines can be deep. One deep line and one faint line. It also shows you are positive. And it also can be two dark lines. That also shows that you are positive. But when it's just a single line, it means you are negative to pregnancy, or you test negative to pregnancy.
Okay.
So let's start. So you dip this tube into the urine. As you dip, you press the bottom side and it collects urine into it. And you drop 3 of it into this part of the test tube. So like this, 1, 2, 3. And you wait for a few minutes, like 1 or 2, 1 to like 3 minutes before it reads. So it's reading right now. Okay, so now our minutes is up. We waited for like 2 to 3 minutes, and the result was negative. It's a one faint line. We have the T and the C column. The faint, when you are not pregnant, one line comes at the C column. So this is just one line. It shows that the person is not pregnant. And when the person is pregnant, it's 2 lines that comes, one at the C column and one at the T column. So this is just one line, and it shows negative to pregnancy. So that is how you can get tested in your various homes.
So it's simple as ABC. And yet they hear say you will get to any pharmacy shop and you will tell them you want
urine pregnancy test.
Urine pregnancy test.
Test strip.
It's not expensive. Why? Then you go through you just go through it. You get your urine what's your no way you know the group easy. Then here to boy say na behwe say line no ebienu ana baako. Why? So Miss Rita, any final words for my viewers?
Okay, I really want to thank them for watching us.
Okay.
And I hope that they've learned something from what we taught them. That is the symptoms of pregnancy and how to get tested. And I hope they will take it into notice, and they shouldn't panic when they get these symptoms. They should just get tested. As we taught them how to use the test strip, they should just rush to a pharmacy, get it, and get tested. It's just as simple as that.
It's just as simple as that. On this note, we'd like to thank our sponsors. A very big thank you to Nella's World for this outfit of mine. And if you want anything fashion, it's Nella's World. From beadwork to fascinators to attires, anything fashion. Then you have a phone from. They will get it covered. You can get them on 0543 558653, and they are on all the social media platforms. Nella's World. Then a big thank you to Bamic Media for all my graphic works. Hey, in fact, almost to say graphic works be on social media platform beyond. It's kind courtesy of Bamic Media. So by your wedding, engagement, invitation cards, say obi be print there t-shirts mu. Charlie, for phone 0541 578118 0541 578118. It's simple. For phone from. Thank you all for your time, and thank you so much for accepting us when we came. We say a big thank you to you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Please like our videos, subscribe to our channel, share it out so that others, your friends, would also get access to this educative program. Please and please again, share it out so that others will get access to it. And if you have any questions and any comments, you can send it to all our social media platforms. Facebook is Mom Diaries, on Instagram Mom Diaries, YouTube, Mom Diaries GH, Twitter, Mom Diaries. And mothers, as I always say, please, you are important to us. You are important to us. So please take good care of yourself for us. Mothers, you are the best gift to nature. Motherhood, a great experience with joy. Mame pa, oba tampa, ye mame nom, ye kramu mu se che.